Okay, so welcome back to part 2 of our Nexus 3 Xbox 360 rapid fire controller. In this, if you haven't seen part 1, check out my other videos, and it gives a breakdown of how the controller works, actually changing modes and things. This is Modern Warfare 3 just starting up. I'm in a private match just simply so I don't have to worry about being shot. It works exactly the same online in a team deathmatch as I'm about to show you now in a private match. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the actual controller working online. So first of all, if I just select this one, and all I'm going to do is just simply show you standard controller as we showed, same controller I showed in part 1. With rapid fire turned off, it works completely standard. I've got the MK, I think it's MK14. If I just press the right trigger now, it's a single shot weapon, aimed down the sights, single shot. If I press the button on the back once, it's in mode 1, and now if I press the right trigger, you can see it's now a full auto rapid fire controller. You can do that either from the hip, or you can aim down the sight and you can fire away, and it will fire smooth at a good speed, and it turns single shot weapons into full auto weapons. Simple as that. Of course, the great thing with the single shot weapons is they're deadly accurate and also really powerful. So they're normally like a 1 or 2 shot kill, whereas most submachine guns and things are 3, 4, 5 shot kills. Okay, I'm just going to change team so I can show. Next I'll show, what should we do? Burst fire. So if I go into something that's fully auto. Okay, so I'm going to show the G36. I'm going to turn rapid fire off, so I'm going to tap the button on the back, rapid fire is turned off. I'll just get out into daylight. Okay, now what I'm going to do, G36 is a full auto weapon, so rapid fire is turned off anyway, and it's just going to fire as standard. I think the G36 is quite a good weapon, it's quite accurate anyway, and it's got a good rate of fire. We're going to show another dimension now. So this rapid fire controller not only works for semi-auto weapons like most rapid fire controllers do. I'm now going to show you mode 5 and mode 6. Tap the button on the back, bring rapid fire on. I'm now going to hold down, so I'm going to pause it, hold down R1, tap the button on the back 5 times, so hold down the button, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight to mode 5. Mode 5 is a burst shot mode, so if I reload, aim down the sights, and now if I just hold down R1, it's just going to fire off a nice accurate burst. It saves ammo, it's deadly accurate, and it gives you a nice burst. So just hold down the trigger, it will only fire off that short burst for you. Okay. Every time you press, it's going to fire off a burst. If I now go into mode 6, what I'm going to do is hold down R1 or right trigger, tap the button on the back 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Straight into mode 6. Again, it's a burst shot mode, but now we look at the length of the burst. You see the length of the burst now is a little bit longer. It's about a 5 shot burst instead of a 3 shot burst. If you need a few more bullets to kill, depends on what weapon you're using. Some will do it in 3, some better off with 5. But as you can see, and it works the same with the machine pistols, exactly the same. The machine pistol, out of interest, just to show you, if I turn rapid fire off, or sorry, the burst option off, work at standard, if I just hold down right trigger now, you can see where you end up aiming. We end up aiming up at the sky. If we turn on the burst option, and now I aim down the sights, watch what happens. Deadly accurate. So now it makes a pistol that was aiming up in the sky, with that nice burst option, it's now deadly accurate. So the burst option, as well as rapid fire, the burst options on this work brilliantly for weapons that are full auto. Also obviously works for weapons that are semi-auto. It works great with all weapons, to be honest, and it makes it deadly accurate. Okay, moving on, we'll show you, just change team so I can change class. I'll just quickly show you an akimbo mode. Akimbo modes, we've had them on our old controllers as well, but I'll just show it for the benefit of this on Modern Warfare 3. I'm just going to go into mode 7, so again, rather than have to go around all the modes, all we do is hold down the right trigger, tap the button on the back 7 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 flashes, straight into mode 7, nice and easy. And now we'll change to akimbo pistols. You can either fire off one side at a time. Let me get my channel first. or you can choose to fire off both triggers at the same time. Okay, I'm just going to show another weapon that works quite well. And again, this is just going to show you how easy it is to go back to mode 1. So we're in mode 7. To go back to mode 1, all I'm going to do is hold down the right trigger, tap the button on the back, straight back to mode 1. The reason I want to go back to mode 1 is just to show you the normal standard rapid fire that we've got with a couple of other weapons. So I'm going to show it with the striker, because I was playing this last night. I think it's actually pretty good. Again, you just hold down to aim normally. The striker is obviously a really powerful weapon. If you run into a room where there's a load of people, if you're doing headquarters or something like that, you can imagine how deadly this is going to be. You can just obliterate a whole room full of people. It's quite a good laugh, quite a different way of doing things, to be honest. But if you just run into a crowded room, and you can imagine, just spray that around the room, and it's quite good fun. I'll show you again as well with a different weapon. This is mode 1, just our standard rapid fire mode. Show you how quick it can be. Again, this is with obviously one of the sniper rifles. Sniper's not my forte, to be honest, but again, just to show you how quick it is with the right trigger. You can see how quick it can fire with different weapons. Obviously you get quite a bit of kickback, so I would suggest probably burst would be better off with this, but you can see how fast that is firing. Like I said, the rate of fire is great, and it works. You know, this has worked for a few years. No need to buy new controllers. So I'm going to show you quickly now. We'll show you the Mimic mode. Mimic, for those of you who don't know, I expect most of you already know what Mimic mode is, but all it does really is whatever you're going to do on the right trigger, it will mimic for you on the left trigger. So I'm going to change to a Mimic mode, which is mode 9. So I'm just going to pause the game, hold down the right trigger, tap the button on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 flashes, straight to mode 9. And Mimic mode, L1 still aims exactly the same as normal. Will aim down the sights for you, the same as you always do. However, without pressing L1, all I'm doing is going to hold down R1. Watch what happens. It aims down the sights already for you. As soon as you press R1, it will aim down the sights for you. No need to do anything else, it will aim straight down the sights automatically. Okay, I think that's pretty much a rundown of the key features of this Nexus 3 controller. If you've not seen part 1, check out part 1 just to show you a rundown of the controller. This is part 2. I'm also going to do a part 3 now, which is going to show you the auto aim mode.